Hi and welcome. Today we're going to cover off two DAX functions, both of which count the number of distinct values within a column. The first one being DISTINCTCOUNT, the second one being DISTINCTCOUNTNOBLANK. And from there we're going to build some measures within Power BI off a fictional set of data. Okay, just jump into the table view on the left hand side. This is the fictional set of data that we're going to use today. It's HR data for a list of employees for a company, containing their employee ID and then all the employees' details after that, including hire dates, end dates, locations, etc. And what we're going to look at doing within this is building out four measures within a very basic dashboard using just DISTINCTCOUNT and DISTINCTCOUNTNOBLANK. So the first measure that we want within this data is the volume of employees. So for this, I'll just head back over to the table view so you can see the data while I'm doing this. Now, if we create a new measure, what we want to do is, first of all, we're looking for employee volume all time. So this is all the employees that have worked at this company, regardless of whether they've left or not. So for this, we'll use DISTINCTCOUNT function, and we will use the employee ID as the column. Okay, I'll just head back onto the report, and what I'll do is I'll add a card on with the values as we're going through. And then we'll add the employee volume all time. So you can see from that we've had 102 employees work for this company over that time period. So the second measure that we need is the volume of leavers. So if we head back to the table view, we can see we've got an end date on here. So anybody who's got a date within this column has left the company. So if we create a new measure now, and we'll call this leavers volume, and for this we will use DISTINCTCOUNTNOBLANK. So if we use DISTINCTCOUNTNOBLANK, and then we'll use the end date. And the reason why we're using DISTINCTCOUNTNOBLANK on this particular measure is, if we were to use DISTINCTCOUNT on this measure, what it would then do would count all of the rows of data that have got a date in, but it would also add a value for all the blanks being 1. So all these blanks would count as 1, so you'd get a false measure. So we need to use DISTINCTCOUNTNOBLANK so that it only counts people with an end date. So we'll close that off. Head back here. I'll just duplicate the card. I'll remove employees and then add leavers in. So you can see we've got 5 leavers within this data. The next measure we want to look at is the volume of current employees. So you could do this within a calculation, or you could simply use an existing calculation and the filters. So for this example, I'll use filters. So if I create a copy of employee volume all time, again, I'll add it as a new card now. We'll keep employee volume all time, but we'll add a filter in off the end date. So if we drag the end date to the filters on this visual, if I switch it to advanced filtering and we need it to be as blank, and then apply that filter, We'll change the name of it. So click on the drop down, click on rename for this visual, and we'll call this current employees. And that's our third measure. The last measure we want to put in within this table is the employee turnover. So how many people have left out of the total volume of employees. So if we go on to if we go back on and create another measure within this data, we'll call this employee turnover. And for this measure, we'll use two of our previous measures within the calculation to calculate the turnover. So for this, we want to put in levers volume divided by employee volume all time. Hit enter. Again, what we'll do is we will create a copy of our card, remove the employee volume all time, add in employee turnover. You can see there it's at a decimal. So if we go on to the employee turnover measure, change that to a percentage, we can see our turnover is 4.9%. So that's the end. So we've got four basic measures off that employee data showing all of our employees, how many people have left, how many people are current, and our turnover rate for that particular set of data. I hope this has helped in understanding distinct count and distinct counts no blank. And if you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.